afternoon. Swinging in right quick for a rambling report. Even though whenever I put rambling report in the title, it flags my video, so I probably need to come up with something new to call it, so I won't have to just keep putting videos with just the date. YouTube be on that foolishness. I want to cuss, but it's too early in my day. You try to start your morning off without too much cussing. Now, B Scott. What was I finna say? I was finna say something before I got into this, but I can't remember. Anyway, let's see. Not reading about white people today. Bruno Mars is reportedly scrambling to replace Cardi B on tour. If Bruno Mars and his team were smart, they would have had somebody lined up, you know, like if Cardi can't make it, this, you know, you may join us. If they were smart, they would have done that. Because new mothers, expecting mothers, all of that, like, they can do all things through Christ. You know, they can do anything they put their minds to, but also a lot of times they need downtime. You know, you don't know what kind of birth she would have had. Like, it's very possible she could have had like a C-section or a complicated birth. Like, you need to give a little wiggle room for that kind of thing. So they should have had somebody lined up as number 2 to begin with. Maybe Bruno Mars can tack himself onto the what is it, Nicki Hendrix, the Nicki Minaj and Future tour, which is the strangest tour to me. That's so weird, because if you think about Future's fans, which adult men who are probably addicted to bad behavior, and then you think about Nicki Minaj's fans, which is little boys, young men, gay, and probably addicted to a flamboyant lifestyle, and you put them all in one arena. Like, what are we doing here? Like, think about Nicki Minaj's core true fans, and it's no shade, because you know, a lot of my daughters are Nicki Minaj's core true fans, but they are little boys with ponytails and nails and skirts and voguing down boots, and they love Nicki Minaj. And then I think about Future fans, which are a lot of my ex-boyfriends that, you know, don't watch behind their ears, which is why they're behind me, their ex-boyfriend. They don't clean under their fingernails, like that kind of thing. And it's just like, it don't go together. It does not go together. I could see Nicki Minaj and Tinashe on a tour, because, you know, that's a very similar demographic. I could even see if Nicki Minaj, you know, had fallen into the lap of luxury, I could see her being on Janet Jackson's State of the World tour, and they could co-headline. It would still be a strange mix, but it, you know, wouldn't be as off to me as Future and Nicki Minaj's fan bases. The whole to-do is weird. It's all weird. But anyway, because I done been on this one story for 5 minutes nearly. Let's see. Bobby Brown claims he never abused Whitney Houston despite public record. Now, we must be reminded that this is the same Bobby Brown that had sex with a ghost. Let's keep that in mind. Anytime I hear something that don't sound right from Bobby Brown, I have to bring back to my remembrance that this is the Bobby Brown that had sex with a ghost. Like actual awake, not a dream. He actually said he was awake and had sex with a ghost. So Bobby Brown has a lot of issues. He has a lot of issues. He has a lot of ego. And they keep bringing that to us. Not only Bobby himself, because I wouldn't expect anything else from Bobby himself, just like I don't expect anything else from R. Kelly himself, to bring us their ego, you know, served on a silver platter. But what I don't understand is why the media is bringing Bobby Brown to us. Bobby Brown ain't been famous in my lifetime. My mama enjoyed him. You know, her friends, Naomi, enjoyed him. But he was not popular in my lifetime. I was born in 1994, and his star had fallen already. Now, this is not shade. This is not diminishing his accomplishments. None of that. But I'm saying this to say, why is it that he's about to have a new biopic? Why is he getting a new biopic when they already talked about his life in great detail in the Whitney movie? And then they talked about his life in similar detail in the New Edition movie. Why is he now getting his own movie? His own movie was the Whitney movie. on Lifetime, because they didn't talk about Whitney, they talked about Bobby. So I'm just trying to get an understanding as to why the media keeps picking up the Bobby Brown story, thinking that we want to be a part of it, because I don't. I don't. I saw his childhood in the New Edition movie. I saw his adulthood, you know, whatever was important about him being an adult in the Whitney movie. I don't care to see anything about the Bobby Christina's death part of his life. I don't want to see none of that. So there's no reason for me to watch this particular biopic. I've seen his life up to the point that Bobby Christina passed away on the silver screen, or, you know, the light blue screen, whatever you call straight to BET and straight to Lifetime movies. I've seen his life up to that point. I don't really need to go any further. He ain't done nothing since then, and I don't want to watch the man, you know, grieve and go through with Bobby Christina's death. So no thanks. No thank you. Ving Rhames said he was held at gunpoint in his own home because his neighbors thought a large black man broke in. If you're doing all that looking at your neighbor house to see a large black man go in the house, don't that mean you be doing all that looking all the time and you know that's your neighbor? That's what I don't understand. How, if you nosy and you all in other people's business, do you not know that's your neighbor? I would sue. I'm not talking about Charlemagne, the light-skinned goddess. I'm not doing it. But in this picture, our daughter is pasty. She looks like me, but with blush. Like what I would look like with a bald head and unkempt, well, a slightly kempt brow and blush. That's what it looks like in this picture. I don't know who this is. I'm not talking about Monique and Roseanne, because I canceled both of them. I canceled both of them. I think Monique is absolutely insane. I think she's losing her mind just like the rest of us. Just like Nicki Minaj now. That's who needs to be on tour together. Put Monique as Nicki Minaj's opening comedy act and let Nicki sing. Or whatever she do, honey, because she don't sing. But let her open her mouth and yodel and let her rap. That's all you need. Put them two girls together. Call it the Hey My Barbs tour. There you go. I did that. Tina Turner, I keep seeing this picture of her scattering her son's ashes. It hurts me every time. I told y'all Craig was my favorite, and just the caption she wrote, you know, she said he was 59 but he was still my baby. Like that took me through it gets on my nerves when my mama babies me, but like I know that, because she's been telling me since I was born that when you're 100 years old, you still gonna be my baby. Like, these are just, facts is facts, sis. So just to read, you know, Tina Turner's caption, I don't know, it just hurt me. It hurt me deep. I just really I didn't want that for her. They had all survived Ike. And then he done turned around, Lord, at 60 and killed himself. I just, rest his soul. Mother dies giving birth because medics refused to pick her up, assumed she couldn't afford an ambulance ride. What I want medical professionals to understand, especially public ones, private ones, I guess y'all can be exempt from this conversation, but city medics, it's not your job to decide whether or not somebody can pay for a ride, because you're gonna get paid either way, because taxes. So whether someone is able or not to pay for your ambulance as a city medic, it's not your business. Now, I don't know if these people were city or private, but I really feel like they're gonna lose a lot more money than they would have lost taking this woman to the hospital, because she's dead now. And I personally would sue. Personally. It's just me. Anyway, Nick Jonas and Priyanka Chopra are engaged after 2 months of dating. This is weird. First of all, I didn't know they was going together. Second of all, he's 11, she's 40. What's happening here? She's beautiful. Okay, girl. She's beautiful. Absolutely I've never seen a a more beautiful woman in my life. She's gorgeous. That's a lie. I've seen plenty of prettier people, but she's absolutely stunning. Just stunning. And Nick Jonas is a gorgeous man as well. He really grew up to be good. We always knew he was going to be the fine one because his brothers just... Joe was cute. He was cute. Kevin was never going to be the fine one. He looked like Elvis. And not in his prime Elvis. But this is a weird couple. Oh, it's Saturday. Shoot. Child, I done come over here to the craft store. And then they put this random online pickup sign where you can't park in a decent space because the girls ordered online. Like, who cares? It's Michael's. It's Michael's. Like, anyway, finish this video and then I'm gonna run in here. But this is a weird couple. Like, they cute and everything, but they not really cute together. They cute separate. Sorry, I'm trying to roll up my seatbelt. They, like, together they'll do. I don't know if you can focus on me. Focus on me, girl. Okay, well, y'all get the gist, honey. Together they'll do, but I'm uninterested. I'm not reading this about Amber Rose. Buffy the Vampire Slayer reboot is more of a spin-off. Is it going to be a spin-off like the game is supposed to be a spin-off of Girlfriends? Because a lot of people don't know that the game is actually a spin-off of Girlfriends, and I cannot see the correlation. Like, I think Melanie was on one episode of Girlfriends and then boom, spinoff. Like, girl, that's not a spinoff, girl. But all right, Mara Brock Akil. Robin Roberts signs a deal with Lifetime to produce movies and documentaries. Yes, yes, lesbian auntie icon. Y'all know. If you don't know, you will soon know. I love Robin Roberts. I've always loved Robin Roberts since I was probably 5 or 6 years old. She has been a staple in my life, an icon, a legend. She's been my auntie forever, and that's just that on that. When she came out, my mama was shocked, and I was sitting here like, but sis, look upon her face. Look at her. Look at her. A lesbian. Anyway, Beyonce will reportedly cover Vogue's September issue. Could be Anna Wintour's last. Anna Wintour, I want you in your bowl cut, your extra long bowl cut with the bang, to go back and sit down and reconsider. Why are you quitting Vogue? Why? You are that girl. You and my grand auntie, Andre Leon Talley, are that girl. What are you doing? What are you doing? Britney Spears' team bans alcohol from her tour. Well, good. Very good. Happy to hear it. I don't care about Papa John. And we're caught up to where I last read. The girls are really trying to be shocked that Lauryn Hill canceled her tour, some of her tour dates, or I don't know if it was the whole tour or some of the dates. But girl, that's why I ain't buy no tickets. She's coming close to around here, and I was like, I can swing up and see Lauryn Hill, see what she's got going on, what she's doing. But then I remembered she not coming, so why I'm gonna go? And months later. She's canceled some of her dates. Like, I love Lauryn Hill. I love her. But to me, Lauryn Hill is like an urban legend more than, an icon. I was alive when her, albums came out. I was alive when the Fugees album came out. I was alive when... My bad, I'm staring off in the distance because I think I know these people. But anyway, I'm trying to see if I need to duck. I don't like to speak. But I was alive when her Fugees albums, a couple of them came out. I think the last one, and then I was alive, maybe the last two. Then I was alive when, the Miseducation came out, and obviously MTV's Unplugged. I was alive for all of that. So it's not like I'm too young to understand the hype around Lauryn Hill. That's not it at all. I'm just saying that girl, she put out an album and a half 20 years ago. I mean, she's not Anita Baker. She didn't do enough to be Anita Baker status. She can sing. She can rap. She's very, very talented. She could even act. I really wish she would have stayed in the acting lane. But is it enough for me to pay money for her to cancel a concert on me? No. So I didn't. Because I had the money. I had the ticket. It was that same feeling I got when Janet Jackson first came back to go on tour. I had my little $110 ready. I was going to give me, a little crappy seat. And I, the pre-sale opened up, and I was getting ready to press buy, and the Lord said, hey, hold on. So I did not buy the ticket, and I'm sitting here like, why didn't I buy the ticket, Jesus? Why did you tell me to stop? And then like 2 months later, she was like, you know what? I'm gonna have a baby right quick, finesse this nigga, I would call y'all bike. And I said, well, thank God I didn't buy that ticket, because it would have had to be refunded and I would have ended up going to the actual concert I went to. And listen, if you haven't seen Janet, do yourself a favor, because now, mind you, I have all of Janet's DVDs of her concerts, so I've been going to Janet concerts whether I was physically there or not all my life, or at least since 2001 when she was live in Hawaii. Wonderful show, wonderful show. But seeing her live is completely, I don't even want to say different, because it's the same to me, the same feeling that I get even watching the concerts. But just knowing that I'm actually physically looking upon Janet's forehead, it's a good time. It's a blessing. I literally looked and saw her with my physical eyes. I saw her physical body. I just came. Like I was close enough to see her makeup. It was a moment. Truly a moment. A moment like this. Some people wait a lifetime. Anyway, girl, I'm gonna run in the store and I'll call y'all bikes or something eventually. Peace.